Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. And today I want to talk a little bit about mindset, and this is kind of a different topic from what I usually do on this channel, but I've been working a lot with clients and I've actually branched into coaching now as well, because it just seems to go hand in hand. When you want to build an authentic brand, which I think is the most important thing you can do with branding, you have to have a certain mindset and you have to be comfortable and confident with who you are. So that seems to have gone hand in hand with my work. So I thought I would share a bit of that wisdom with you in the hope that it helps a little bit. Or hopefully a lot. Okay, so in terms of branding, you have to be 100% you. I say this all the time, it has to be authentic. That's the most important thing. If there's any doubts within you or you feel uncomfortable, that will show through and convey to your audience that you feel like that, and then other people are less likely to have confidence in you. So it's really important that you have that inner confidence. You're like, this is me, I've embraced it and I accept it, before you start your whole branding journey, branding process. You also, if you're going to go into the music industry as an indie artist or a freelancer or whatever, you have to be resilient. There will be people that don't like you, and that's okay, because there are loads of different bands and genres for a reason, because music's for everyone. And some people will like this band and some people won't, and some people will like this band and some people won't, and that's how the world functions. So don't ever think you have to be liked by everyone, or that if someone doesn't like you, that means that you're not good at music or you're not going to be successful, because that is absolutely not the case at all. It is just normal to be liked by some and not by others. You also, under this point, you need to be okay with people disagreeing with you or saying that you can't make it. As horrible as that is, it is usually the people closest to you that seem to have those mindsets, and that is a very common thing. So if your friends and family are like, get a real job, or that won't happen, or whatever, you are not alone. It is such a common thing that people who go their own path, whether that is music or another creative outlet or just something a bit more unusual, like if you want to travel the world for a living or whatever, anything slightly unusual is usually met with a lot of negativity and criticism, unfortunately. And it is in usually your inner circles, and that is just the way it is. You are not unique in that sense. So just be like, oh yeah, okay, that's happening, that's because I'm doing this. And it's fine. But an important point, love those people from afar, and make sure that the most time you spend with people is with people who do want to see you succeed. If there is no one in your life like that at the moment, then consume content that is positive or from people who you look up to who have done a similar career path to you, and make that your circle basically, until you meet people in real life that want to see you succeed. And it will happen if you just follow this path and do what's true to you. And well, it sounds a bit woo-woo, but it's true. If you follow the path that's right for you and you know that that path is right for you, even if it's a bit unique, then you will pick up people on the way that cheer you on and you have a real good rapport with, and you'll end up with a really big network. But at the beginning, when you've just sort of made that decision maybe, or you're just starting to deal with the criticism and negativity from people around you, then you need to just push forward, and the right people will come. But yeah, just limit the time you spend. You don't want to put yourself up to constant put downs, because it's just not going to be productive at an early stage. Yeah, just brush it off, move on, and focus, put your energy into the positive things, basically. So to touch on criticism a little bit more, because it is such a way of life now for everyone, especially with the internet. The internet that is so good and so bad in so many ways. So an important thing to remember about criticism is it tells you more about the person giving it than you. So if someone says, oh, you can't do that because that's really hard, they think they can't do that because that's really hard. That is their beliefs, and they're just saying it. It's not malicious. 99% of the time, negativity isn't malicious. It just can't be helped, and it comes from that person that's giving it to you. So just try to feel empathetic with those people. Don't get angry, don't be horrible to them, because they don't mean it, like most of the time, they don't mean it in a harsh way. It is just something that's coming from inside them. So again, just brush it off where you can. Yeah, just try and have an understanding of where they're coming from and why they might feel the need to say those things to you. And in this vein as well, be careful of whose advice you do take. I've had a lot of questions from artists that I work with that say like, oh, this person suggested I do this person suggested I do this. And I'm like, well, you can't please everyone. 100 people could tell you to do 100 different things. Like, what are you gonna do? You can't please everyone. So you have to know, again, what is right for you. And if someone is further ahead on the path that you're on, and their advice then may be helpful to you, and if they can give you constructive criticism or advice from their own experience, then great, that might be really useful to you. But just learn how to separate what is useful and what isn't. And the same with your audience. If your audience predominantly feels one way and you understand your audience and those are the people that you are catering to with your music, then, and they have something to say, then maybe, yeah, it's worth listening to them and using it to be more productive and constructive. So yeah, don't listen to everyone. Be very picky about who you take advice from and who can actually help you, because again, a lot of stuff just comes from people inside they're not actually thinking of you. And this will get easier over time. You'll learn to instantly differentiate someone who, okay, I need to listen to what they have to say because it could help me, to those people are just being mean for the sake of it because they have something going on in their lives. So I think as a musician, you're going to get a lot of different blur, and just filter the noise basically and do what's right for you and listen to the right people. And yeah, and I do think it's important to always be kind. So even if someone is rude to you or mean to you, whether that is a friend or a family member or someone on the internet, just be kind back or ignore it. It's not worth your energy to get angry on it. It's not worth your energy to get into a debate, because a lot of these people don't even have a realistic debate. It's just their feelings being bombed out. Yeah, just be kind if you can. Just take the high road and be kind as much as you can. Okay, so moving on. Within mindset as well, I want to talk about the language you use on a daily basis, because this is really important. I do not want to hear, I can't, it's impossible, I'm not good enough. All that is so detrimental to you. So I think just try and notice how you talk about yourself or to yourself and change it up. I want to hear more, I can, but maybe not yet, but I will, I am, all these good things. So yeah, I want to hear more, I can and I will. And if you're not ready for something and you feel like something's out of your depth or out of the realms of possibility at the moment, then use the phrase not yet. I can do that, but I'm not quite ready yet, but I will be, is a lot different from, oh, I can't do that, it's impossible. Just that the language you use is very important, and it will help you to err on the side of positivity and talk to yourself kindly. Stay positive, guys. Okay, I don't really know if this comes under mindset, but I'm gonna throw it in anyway. You have to be a hard grafter. Don't be scared of hard work. It might not be easy, this road to making a living as a musician, but you can do it. And it will most definitely be more fun than just getting a job that's safe, that you hate. So just try and see the positive in everything and focus on the positive. If you meet up with a friend, tell them about the positive things, not the things that have gone wrong. And you can feel the negative emotion, but then brush it off a little bit, or as much as you can. Yeah, it will be hard work, but it doesn't have to be bad. You can have hard work that is enjoyable and fun, and I think that's the thing we need to maybe change the perception of. If something's hard work, you sort of think it's a bad thing. See that as a good thing. There's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of learning curves, and just don't be afraid to get stuck in and just go that extra mile that maybe other people wouldn't do. So yeah, so mindset is a really important of everything creative and arts and sport and everything. So just make sure you're training your mind as much as you are your technical skills and your business skills, and I know it's a lot, but yeah, it's just a really important thing, and it will make this whole thing more enjoyable if you can nail the mindset. So yeah, I hope this was helpful. I know it veered slightly from my normal topics, but hey, got a surprise now and again. Yeah, I hope it was helpful, and I'll see you next time. Bye!